Welcome back, everyone. It is time for our halftime show. I say to chill out a little bit before we go back to a fiery hot match. And for today's segment, trying out something a little new this time. I wasn't sure of a name for it, but then Kelsey came up with this one, and I thought it was just a little too much fun to not include on broadcast. They said, Joey, we didn't talk about that many A's in the what, but it works out. They said what? All right, Rafa, it's your turn. If you do a better one than Cubby, we'll give you an extra point heading into this game.
They said what?
That's pretty clean. All right. If a tie happens, I'm going to keep this in consideration. So, what this game is we are going to show a quote from a player that was said in an interview, and then you two have to guess who it is. And the best part about this is I don't know who it is either, so I guess I can also guess, which is kind of scary. So this will be a good time, and then we will, after about 30 seconds, we'll guess who it is, and then we're going to play the quote and see who said it. All right?
Sounds good. Well, let's do it. I'm ready.
I get to participate in my own games. Let's go. All right. First quote coming up. My team, they're all experienced and they're all pretty good. So playing with them, I can focus a lot more on my own game.
So this is between the two teams that we have, Immortals and EG?
Honestly, it is not in these two teams.
I'm
gonna keep you two on your toes.
Shaden. I think it's Shaden.
Rafa's doing a big thing. All right, Cubby, any particular reason why in Shaden?
Yeah, because this team is really experienced and good, so we can focus on us on getting bits of facts.
All right, thank you. Okay, I'm never asking elaboration again.
Shaden
All right.
spits facts.
All right, Rafa, I'm putting a timer on you. 5 seconds. Say who you think this is.
I'll say Shaden, so that if Cuppy's wrong, we're both wrong.
Oh my God, we're in this together?
Yeah.
Could be Bradley too.
Boo. All right. Well, let's play the clip and see who said it.
My teammates, they're all experienced and they're all pretty good, right? So playing with him, it's I could focus a lot more on my own game, I guess. So yeah, teams synergy wise and that stuff, I think it's pretty good, but everyone kind of knows what to do. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Just focusing on my own.
I gotta say, it's pretty funny that clip is all about focus and focusing up, when it really sounds like in the background of the interview, Takeover is playing a solo queue game or something. There's a mouse click going on somewhere.
Hey, you gotta be practicing.
Grind don't stop.
He's focusing on the grind, guys.
Exactly. See? Positive spin. So, you're both going to guess together, and you're both going to go down together. And no being boring in the next one and guessing this.
It was an honor, Rafa.
Yeah. No guessing just because Cubby said it. I'm looking at you, Rafa, all right? All right? Good deal?
Okay. Fine.
Okay. All right. Quote number 2. I don't want to be cocky, but I think if we don't win Proving Grounds, I'll be majorly disappointed.
Destiny.
Oh crap! I think you're right. I'll guess Ayla.
Who'd you say? Sorry.
Ayla. I'll guess Ayla.
All right. Let's.
I think it's Destiny though.
The clip. You can guess this. You can guess the same person if you actually think it is. I'm just saying no.
Nope. I'm not getting yelled at.
All right. Not getting yelled at. All right. Roll the clip. Let's see who said it.
I mean, I don't want to be cocky, but I think if we don't win Proving Grounds, I think I'll be majorly disappointed. I think we have a lot of potential to grow as a team. I think Dashan is very consistent. I think Shaden has so much room to improve and become one of the best junglers for sure. I think Copy's been smurfing the past 2 weeks. And I think me and King we're just good, we're just good. We're here to win. We're here to get better, and we're here to make LCS. Simple as that.
Yep.
Good job. Yep. Good job. Also very
Gotta take
weird
the dubs
seeing
where I
my
can
own
take it.
face in the video, but yeah, congratulations. You're up 1 so far. Cubby, you can guess the same person if you actually think it's
I didn't want to get yelled at, and now I'm getting yelled at on the flip side. So I guess it was a bad
You
strategy.
can't win, Covey. You can't win.
All right. We're just going to go on with the next quote here. I definitely think there is a lot to be explored within going to other roles. Obviously, like Mage's support, Mage's top, even.
Sounds like Diamond.
Is this a Busio quote?
Rafa, who did each one of you say?
Covey
It's from In the Lab. It's from In the Lab. I'm gonna guess Busio. I know because it was about like Senna lanes and stuff.
I say Diamond.
All right. Let's roll the tape.
I mean, I don't want to give away my secrets a bit, but
Okay, sure.
I definitely think there's definitely a lot to be explored within like going to other roles. Obviously, like Mage's support, I wouldn't pass Busio to like start playing those, or like Mage's top even. Just like a lot of different shit people could do that nobody really tries because it's very niche. But I do think you can make it work. Absolutely.
Here's one of these for each of you. Congratulations.
Damn. You know, Cubby, to be fair, he mentioned and name dropped Busio. So that
it's spreading. That's my whole goal. I'm infecting everyone in the academy to get on the Busio hype train.
Okay. Now for our last and final quote. Top lane is absolutely dog water right now. It is the worst any role has been historically in League of Legends, period.
Whew. Tenacity.
just
I feel good with this guess. Rob is like, oh god, I should have said it first. Yeah. Guess 30. 30's a good guess.
All right, so which one are each of you lock it in?
he locked in Tenacity first. Can I lock in Tenacity too?
Yeah?
Okay.
If you actually think it's the person, you can guess it.
I legit think like who else is gonna talk that much like trash about top lane right now?
Well,
all right,
I guess
this is
we're
no
going
fun.
to.
Hang on, no, give me 30. Give me 30. This is no fun.
Ooh, okay.
If it's 30,
I'm 30.
I'm gonna. Man, all right.
What is it? Production says, let's roll it, wipe it, send it.
Roll it, track
top
it,
lane is
wipe it.
absolutely dog shit right now. It is the worst any role has been historically in League of Legends, period, I think, and it's only going to get worse with the teleport changes coming in because they're increasing the cooldown even more. Right now, winning top lane has pretty much zero effect on the outcome of the game, simply because of the fact dragons are so disgustingly overpowered, and they're only like pushing us more in that direction with the buffs to them.
Got him.
Rafa, it's gonna be okay, buddy.
It's just a game, Rafa.
Dude,
only
Cubby
a game.
is too big brain. What the heck, man?
I thought it was Tenacity.
He baited me.
I just wanted to keep it fun.
You baited me.
Oh, what was
Maybe.
it?
Well
One of
played,
you also
Cubby.
said like, who else is gonna talk that much trash? I feel like Serdy's just very straight up. So
Hey, he did
Why not
say
use it?
he did say, you know, being straight up, speaking his mind actually has kind of helped him relieve some anxiety, some nerves, gives him some more confidence. And I gotta say, I think the last 4 series we've seen Serdy, I think he's playing like better and up to the player that we pitch him as more consistently. Because we know that Serdy is someone that is a fantastic laner in Academy, but seeing him play mid-game a lot smarter and then also just be massive in some of these team fights, it's been really good to see. That was a great game from Serdy. Looking forward to more performances like that.
I mean, it's definitely nice to see too, considering the stakes that he put on this game. That he said he was feeling good today. So, Rafa, you think? Well, actually, instead of sending it to you, I'm going to send it to both of you over in Champ Select to see if maybe that feel-good feeling can happen again in game number 2.
Sierra has sent it. Hashtag full send. We're receiving it now. Immortals Progressive taking on Evil Geniuses once again. EG cleaned them out in one clutch team fight. But, you know, if we're going to be fair here, that game was back and forth and was very close. And it just seemed like it could have been either of those two teams' games right there.
It was a good one. I really liked the Kalista Nico. I think they played it out pretty well. Just couldn't quite snowball it fast enough. Overextended one or two too many times. And it really looks like Immortals feel similarly as they're setting up for a first pick Kalista again. We will see if EG decides to take it off the board. If they do, though, that would lend a Zeri over to Arrow and all the answers being taken away. So I think they have to leave both champs up. Kalista should be grabbed here by IMT, and we'll see what the answer is from Cowrie, as we've already seen him trying to answer with Aphelios, but that's now off the table this game.
Evil Geniuses. Last time they took Renata and Gnar in the same rotation.
I like Renata takeaway. I think Renata as a support is the strongest support on this patch. If you look at some of the numbers across all 4 major regions, Renata's numbers, it's like a 55% win rate across all 4 major regions. She does so many things good throughout the game. You deny the combo with Kalista and that big power pick that is so lane dominant early in the bot lane.
Right.
So I like this being taken away by Smoothie.
Evil Geniuses running it back so far. And honestly, dude, run the Gnar back for Surdy. I mean, he weak side king.
Yes.
Being able to win the 1v1 against Vital's Gangplank, which that was Vital's
or they could Poppy.
counterpick. Yeah.
They could take Poppy here if they feel like it's not going to be taken. But no, Soligos Lissandra is up. And guys, Soligos Lissandra, it's 4-2 this split. For a team with only 9 wins, that's big. But also the manner in which he's playing those games, it really feels like his list could be 6-0. This guy is the best Lissandra player that we have, I think, in all of Academy. It's great to see. And Pretty actually gets his choice to counter. It's going to be the Silas. So looking to brawl out with the Lissandra early and take away that very powerful Frozen Tomb to use for IMT's own needs.
Now, we know that Surdy did really well with the Gnar into the Gangplank, even though the Gangplank was a counterpick choice.
Could go Gwen here.
Yeah, now Surdy knows that for sure that it was going to be Gangplank, but we're going to save the top lane and the jungle picks for the second round because Zeri has been locked in with Cowrie, and he has a little bit more range to play with this time around.
So Gwen was adjusted. I'm not sure if we're going to see Gwen or not today, but it feels like Gwen is just weaker early, but still very strong late. And I'm curious how that affects the GP matchup in lane. I also wouldn't be surprised. Maybe we see a Shyvana ban here. Surdy's already played Shyvana into Gangplank.
Yeah.
And honestly, looking at the first few champs that IMT has, I think Shyvana could be very playable this game as actually Gwen going to be taken away. So despite the adjustments on 12-13, not sure if how much Gwen we're going to see today. We're going to have to find out with what our players feel. Feels like Vital still confident enough to take that one away from Surdy. We'll see what the other takeaway is. Nautilus and Mumu, we saw that in the last drafts. We were expecting that again here.
Yeah. I mean, those are the standard combos with the Kalista. Now, Immortals, I would be hyped to see the Pop Blossom or the Fates Blossom combo again, but you do need a frontliner for the side of Immortals. And if Chad doesn't pick up the frontline slack, then it has to be Joey.
I know Alistar is really bad into Renata, but I gotta say, something like that could be good. I mean, Braum, you'd get destroyed in lane, but you can at least play with a lot of the autos. I wouldn't be surprised if Joey goes for a tank. I was teasing the Shyvana. I think it's really good in the first few champs that IMT are showing. Kalista can just keep on stacking up Rens into it, but Shyvana doesn't really care. Really hope that Surdy goes for that Demonic Embrace second, as we saw Gamsu play full tank Shyvana in the LCS stage. Wasn't a huge fan of that. I think Demonic Embrace is insane on this champion. And Surdy has already proven that he can play this matchup. Curious to see how he's able to do it again here.
Yeah, Vital does not get to play barrel games as frequently as he would like. Wow. The return of the Fates Blossom. I'm down for this. But now this does mean without the Poppy, it's got to be someone that can frontline, that can absorb damage and create space for the rest of the backline. Trundle, perhaps?
Yeah, Trundle's an option. Honestly, Jarvan and the Zeri is not great, but this would be a setup for Jarvan. You could attack mid quite a bit with something like that, but I think it's just going to be the Trundle. Take some stats away from Shyvana. That's never a bad thing, and it can help you really deal with that champion early or in the later stages of the game in those team fights. So don't mind this one from Chad. as we'll see how EG rounds things out. Tomio gets choice to counter. It does dissuade from Viego a little bit. Also would dissuade for something like a Tomio Voldabear, which he's been very popular on. But hey, I think it's a good Graves game if he wants Graves, something like that.
You know,
or Viego.
Tomio's heard you say, yeah, Viego's not that great into Trundle. Tomio's like, did you just not see me pop off with my Viego game? Did you not see me get artificial Quadra? Dude, let me run that back. And you know what? This is the Tomio that we want to see. The confident Tomio that doesn't care about the matchups, that doesn't care about what the compositions necessarily are. This is when we were hyped up about this guy back in 2021, Evil Geniuses, Prodigies, even Inklings of the fall beforehand. Tomio was that guy. He was a absolute beast in the jungle, carrying games left, right, and center. And the confidence to lock in Viego once again, to have the reins to be able to be a main playmaker and a carry for the squad while Cowrie's scaling up. I want to see it.
If only it was a Tomio Nidalee angle, guys. It would have been triple match damage.
Real.
But the Nidalee is pretty nasty. Yeah, it's not a great matchup in isolation against Trundle, but your mid laner is Lissandra, your Viego. You're always going to feel good in that scenario. So Tomio, we'll see if he can get those resets, as they were really big in the last fight. And with Nico diving in, Nico's glass cannon. So I'm wondering if we see maybe a Zanya's first from Joey prevent those Viego resets. Might be worth thinking about or looking into, because once Tomio was able to get one reset, it was EG's fight from there. And Nico is so squishy. If they're going to use both ults to engage, that leaves Nico pretty much isolated. I mean, it was all cooldowns burned instantly. So something to look out for in this next game.
Yeah, we were incredibly impressed with the combo between Arrow and Joey last time with the Fates Blossom. Victory eluded them off of one fight, but Evil Geniuses still are not going to let up the pressure. Surdy said, we want a 4-0, both these guys and FlyQuest. Let's see if they can continue it on as we load up onto the Rift for Game 2.
Oh no. Joey turned into Pretty, so Arrow could kill Pretty. That's not very nice.
I don't think... Wait a minute.
That's the fake. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't kidding. That's BM. That's real BM right there.
Well, I think it's friendly banter. I think the Immortals guys are super jovial around each other. The jig is up. Joey has revealed himself.
We will see if it's topside starts again for each jungler in this game, as that was the case last game. Pathing towards bot for Chad makes a lot of sense early. One of the really powerful things about Kalista lanes is being able to invade the enemy jungle early. So I like when junglers with Kalista, especially on blue side, start top and try and make a play for that Gromp. And I think in response, Tomio is going to have to 3-camp to get there, to try and protect his camps to the best of his abilities.
Laning phase will about start soon, but for both of these duo lanes, they're just throwing abilities at each other. As you already called out for both of these junglers. Starting on the top side of the map, there's a couple options. Yeah, Tomio could play towards the bottom side of the map again. Chad with Trundle, you can blaze through single target camps with relative ease. And you have a couple options. You can attack this mid lane if Lissandra's incredibly pushed up with the CC from Pretty, or you can look to invade on the bottom side of the map, depending on how fast you can get through your first 3 camps.
So Tomio actually started on the Raptors, which tells me that his goal is to take second Raptors as soon as possible. So he's gone Raptors red, and now he's going to get to the Gromp. So a little bit more time with red buff up on the map, but Chad going for the 3-camp on the top side. And we'll see how aggressive Chad wants to get, as if he does pull the Raptors, he will be spotted. But Chad paths around that ward to dodge out on it. And now he will just walk past the red. Oh, does he sneak out all the way?
If he hugs the very right of the wall.
Oh,
nicely done. He's going to run into Tomio here. This is a good counter gank angle. I mean, Tomio has the first say onto Arrow and Joey, but as long as they flash away and buy time, Tomio is committed onto Joey. Tries to flash away. Good double root First kill over to Evil Geniuses, but can Chad reverse the effects? But it's too late. The damage has already been done by Evil Geniuses. Tomio with the first gank of the play gets a double kill before Chad can even make something go back in the way of Immortals.
Love that from EG. They're first to the punch. IMT were trying to set up around it, but that is disaster now for the bot lane, Rafa, as Arrow, Joey, this lane that we saw be so aggressive in the last game, so lane dominant. That's all sums besides Ignite burned, and they're dead early. It's going to be so hard for them to get back into this lane now.
Because we already talked about Kalista Nico being a powerful 2v2 lane, but if Kaori gets ahead early on, this is a late game scaling champion, the marksman that just gets out of control. The fact that the gold is now into the pockets of Evil Geniuses early sets the tempo behind for Immortals, and now they're on a timer.
I love this from Tomio, especially just small things like the movement to make sure that when Joey flashes, he's still able to connect that next auto. Really well played by Tomio. Love the target selection. And man, like break week, it threw a lot of curveballs at us in Academy. We had probably the most roster changes we've ever seen mid-season for Academy Summer. You know, some of the teams really changed up how they looked, specifically TSM. Golden Guardians just today got their full roster in as leaders playing. But EG, they're a team that didn't make changes, and that surprised some of us. But God, it feels like they're almost a different team still, especially with how well, especially Tomio's playing on the back half of this, as we do see Chad try and get in here to make a gank, but unfortunately, that's Kaori on Zeri.
Yep.
You can just jump over walls.
Yep.
Nice and safe.
I honestly, I feel the frustration there. You're just trying to make a play. You feel bad that you called for that 2v2 collapse so that you can make the counter gank, and it doesn't go your way, and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna force something out of this. Yeah, Flash Pillar is not going to do it on into a Zeri, unfortunately.
Bright spot for IMT. We'll have to keep our eyes on Silas, who's really been re-emerging into the meta in the late half of the season. Silas, I was talking about win rates here for some of the champions that we have. In Academy, Silas has been really strong, is actually 10-5 in the 15 games, so 67% win rate. And in Major 4 regions, Silas's win rate is hanging around like 60%. It's actually 69%. It's 53-24 this summer.
That's nerf territory, usually. Oh, and pretty! Using the own Frozen Tomb onto Celico, tries to flash in! Okay, they both go down, but damn, that was cool. But now it's a 2-on-3. Tomio making a repeat visit towards the bottom side of the map, playing towards Kaori. And I'm not gonna lie, Cubby, this is something that we had been asking of Evil Geniuses Academy almost all year long. You know that Kaori is such a strong laner. Find ways to facilitate that. Let Tomio path towards the bottom side of the map. Punish players from overextending. And now that Kaori with 2 kills on the board on a late game scaling marksman. I mean, this Immortal's gonna have to do something quick to turn back the odds.
Zerdy, this is a part of the match where you win vital. Cannonbranch doesn't take down any health from the Shyvana.
It's a damn good freeze too.
I mean, this is a team-wide identity, Rafa, as Tomio. I will say, I think he made some really nice plays towards Surdy last week, but this is good for EG because, yes, not only do you lean into the fact that Kaori is one of the strongest carries that we have in Academy, but also Surdy. We always compliment Surdy for his ability to execute lane states. Leaving Surdy on his own, this is something that Surdy himself referenced, you know, talking to him before the games today, said, hey, in the break week, we kind of figured out there are champs in the meta right now, like GP, Gnar, that I feel comfortable playing that I can kind of 1v2 on in the top side. I don't need jungle help. And Surdy has counterpick in this lane against GP. He's been playing very well, and the Vital is going to force him back here, going to be able to crash this wave. So Surdy already ahead in the counter matchup just off of his own individual play, while the rest of his team wins out on the bot side.
Yeah, both of the junglers have been so absorbed in what is happening on the bottom side of the map, rightfully so. It's a volatile lane setup there, and you want Arrow and Joey to get ahead so you can have that dragon guaranteed priority. But with how things have collapsed, this is now going to force the hand of Immortal saying, listen, we need to find ways to get back into this game. It might have to be off of Pretty once again, who has a little bit of push in this lane, and he can collapse onto Tomio right now, who's attempting to take this blue buff. Chad is trying to keep him interested as much as he can. His spike cooldown comes back up. Tomio might have overextended himself, but he jumps to the safety of Surdy and gets out.
I like the attempt from Tomio. Not quite able to make it happen, but they can do something with this wave. As Pretty did come over to help, this means that Soligo will get shoved in the mid lane. Chad should hit 6 off of this. Rift Herald is, of course, now on the table. Surdy's winning top lane very hard. So if IMT wants to try and contest this Rift at all, they're going to have to bring over more members, likely the entire bot lane if they want to try and make a play, and Joey's not 6 yet. Very important cooldown here for the Nico.
Seems like we're going to chill on the Rift Herald for now. Just let teams play out these lane states before they find an advantageous collapse over onto the top side of the map. Evil Geniuses much more concerned about continuously protecting Kaori in this lane matchup. If they can continue preventing Arrow and Joey from getting that advantage, from getting that leverage, I mean, then the mid game that Immortals found some of the early game plays through last time in the prior game, I mean, Evil Geniuses can just bypass it.
I mean, this is a 2K gold lead at this mark for IMT's comp. Again, the only, their top side scales, the bot side does not, and Vital is going to have a lot of trouble in the mid game in any side lane against Shyvana, as that really is the strength of this matchup, and why we're seeing Shyvana really emerge as this counter pick to GP as a heavy trade. Does mean that EG are going to commit to try and cut off IMT in the bot side, but Joey, that clone spots Tomio. That's big. So Tomio is only going to take away camps here, and IMT can harass.
He has Soligo hovering closer to him than Pretty is, so he should be able to smite this one away. Immortals just poking at him, not really threatening him off of any major kill opportunities here. Chad secures the Rift Herald for the side of Immortals. This is an objective now that can help them find some turret plates or look to crash an early first brick and get themselves back in the game. They're still only down 2,000, but they need to make sure that they don't let this gold lead balloon in favor of Evil Geniuses.
And that was a big take for IMT. The fact it was so clean. Usually if we see a Rift Herald taken for free by one side, we'll see the other team take a couple plates bot. Kaori wasn't able to access any of them. So the only person that really benefited from that Herald play on the side of EG was Tomio, who was able to deny the bot side camps. So again, keep our eyes on Tomio. He's been outstanding in this series, and he has a real chance to step up again here. He has a big lead early. See if he can make the most of it.
1,000 gold, to be exact here. A solid, what is this, 4 camp advantage over Chad at the moment. I mean, we know...
Oh, yeah. Live math on air. You got it, Rafa.
Ah,
always impressed.
Catching W's whenever I can. They're few and far in between. But for Chad, on the Trundle, his main job is to try and be a facilitator. A lot of the early game plays that he looked for were answered by Tomio, leveraging out in Evil Genius's favor, but he can still find some ways to get plays down now that he has this Rift Herald, and Joey is roaming alongside him. Maybe they can pick out someone in the Evil Genius's camp.
Oh, Pretty has Soligo's ult. Soligo does spot it with a sweeper. So they're wiser to it. And this is all spotted by the side of EG, so they're just not going to step into the bot side. And still, I think EG is fine giving away this dragon, too. If they don't want to play around Pretty grabbing that frozen tomb, they can make plays later into the game. They can wait for Zeri to get even stronger and wait till Kaori really gets to the spot of the game where we think this Zeri can take over.
Evil Geniuses just need to buy time. And as long as they don't force
they're in great shape.
Fights that could swing back over to Immortals, they can ride out this gold lead, as you said. So, doesn't seem like Evil Geniuses are going to contest. They're posturing around it, but I'm not sure how much they're going to get out of this. Already, Soligo is forced to back off.
They want to fight.
Coming in from Surdy. Oh, man. The Pop Blossom doesn't quite land the combo.
Oh, no.
The channel time was mistimed there. It is still a dragon secured over for Immortals, but now Surdy has arrived to the party, and Joey is left out to dry. A recall coming in from Chad means he is forced to flash over the wall. Could not sneak it off in time. That's 2 dragons over to Immortals, 2 dragons towards the Soul Wing condition, but Evil Genius is picking up a kill off the back end.
I gotta say, though, that's really not the worst case scenario for IMT. It's unfortunate the Pop Blossom did not connect, but Vital gets a lot of free time in that top side. He was getting destroyed in that lane, so the fact that Surdy did burn TP, they didn't get really anything. So IMT, yes, they drop a kill, but they pick up 2 points on the top side. That's pretty much the gold evened out right there. Not to mention all the waves, the gold experience missed out by EG is now Tomio going for the skirmish.
Has to respect that there could be a Troll King around the corner there as Chad shows his face, making sure that Tomio cannot successfully all in pretty well. He is down ultimate and a substantial amount of mana as well. We're heading into the mid game here, Cubby. 3,000 gold lead effectively for Evil Geniuses. They're still protecting Cowrie somewhat well. Chad forced to use the Rift Herald is going to get some plates back over to the hands of Arrow. A lot of damage down on the Smoothie, but it's all efforts for EG to make sure that they can at least take out the Rift Herald. It still makes the crash, gets gold over to Chad, but they deny local gold over to the bot lane.
If Tomio had Smite up, that would have been denied really close by EG, but hey, props to IMT. I think that the early gameplay bot was rather disastrous for them. As you know, you pointed out, Rafa, as we've talked about. Gold lead, still not great for IMT, but they have been making decent plays, decent map movements to at least keep themselves in the game and get a few things in their favor here as we transition into the mid game.
So now, what are we looking for from IMT? Because this early game levers that they were looking to pivot off of is Arrow and Joey, and they're behind. Tomio, great plays in the early game that punished them, and getting there before Chad could make the planned counter gank that they were looking for. What can Immortals really look off of? I'm assuming at this point you are just looking at Pretty, Frozen Tomb from Saligo, and just making a pick.
Oh? That's okay. That's big. There it is.
Hey, look at that. I mean, Saligo still has flash. Stasis out. Hostile takeover from Smoothie. Pop Blossom. He flashes away. Pillar over the wall. Gets the 3-man root. He's still moving. He's still running. And Tomio's here for reinforcement. Don't tell me he gets out of this one. Pretty's looking for the upscone abduct. Bailout comes out. Saligo can't get in range for the reset, but Tomio's looking for resets of his own. Takes out Nico, and now he's looking to become Joey on the back end of it. But it's a cannon barrage from Vital that prevents any further skirmishing.
Insane stall there from Saligo. Almost buys the time for EG to turn that around. I know he went down. He played that so well, though, to just get time, as that's a good setup from IMT. I think that's one of the ways they can get back in this game. Try to find picks with Silas taking that Frozen Tomb. The other one, Rafa, I feel like they got a 3-man Surdy as before he gets too big. Let's take another look at this. As Pretty, he connects with the Everfrost, cancels the first Glacial Path from Lysandra, and then List is just forced to buy out as much time as possible. Goes into the Frozen Tomb herself, then goes golden, flashes out. Saligo played this so damn well. Even finds the 3-man route too to nearly get out, but we got to go back to live as action bot Cowrie.
He's still got the wall traversing ability, so I can never.
Oh, we got around that.
Yeah, I can never expect Cowrie's going to be in danger here, but
spotted.
Joey and Arrow.
Joey's dead.
No flash from Joey. He is completely cut off. Now, face call, though. Bumped right into Tomio. Pop Blossom tries to section off Tomio away from being able to collapse. Arrow's the one that pays for it. But turret shots do hurt Cubby, and now we have reinforcements coming in from Pretty and Chad. Tomio has been cut off from the rest of the team. Still has one more Heartbreaker to cast here as an escape tool. If he can get to the Blast Cone. Okay, he's making his way out. He's choosing... Oh, but the Blast Cone being procced by Immortals. Tomio is in deep waters here. Heartbreaker gets the distance away. App's going up top. Good pillar. Shut down to Pretty.
So he's trying to pull off some ring around the Rosie there. Just going to buy enough time for Surdy to take the second Herald.
He saw Saligo pull off the Great Escape. He's like, you know what? I can do that. Let me try that.
A little bit harder when you're not with Sandra. As, hey, turret goes over to IMT. That's actually the first turret of the game. So some bonus gold for Vital. A couple of those TPs from Surdy did end up coming back to bite EG. As Surdy now trying to chase down Vital.
Yeah, Surdy's trying to wait out the flash. Yeah, he's waiting out the flash from Vital so he can just follow up with Dragon's Ascent. Vital, I think he knows. There's no way that he gets out even with flash, so he's just dancing around at Surdy. Man, just running him down. TP.
Fast play.
Okay.
Love this.
Draconic Ascent into the pit.
Saved his ult.
Get in there. Okay, he looks towards Pretty. making sure that he can save his teammates. Tomio cannot get in range to steal. The dragon is secured by Chad. 3 dragons over to them, but the frozen tomb locks up Arrow, leaves him no ground to stand on as he gets taken out, and Tomio is looking for more stragglers.
And this has been the big improvement we've been seeing from Surdy this week. Tomio sneaks out. As Surdy, it hasn't just been his play in the solo lane. It's been how he's affecting the map as well, Rafa. The fact that he gets the solo kill, instantly TP's bot to drive home the numbers advantage on a flank ward from EG. He has consistently been doing this. Go back and watch the series against COG. You'll see Surdy all over the map with the TPs as well, as he was the big difference maker in this fight, granting EG the numbers advantage, then TPing in to drive it home.
I think it is pretty remarkable when we talk about Academy top laners. It's one thing to be able to win the matchup that you're winning out, right? But then to immediately make efficient use of killing your lane opponent and then joining the other side of the map to make advantageous moments out of what could have been a fight for your team.
Oh,
now we're seeing it again. Double Dragonic Ascents, because Pretty is also a fire-breathing dragon. Surdy might have overestimated himself. Cubby, we cast your cursed again. But now let's see if Evil Geniuses can collapse on here.
It's good.
Flash from Tomio and Heartbreaker. It's just a Heartbreaker, in fact, that he gets the resets on. Looking for more on a Joey. He is pushing his limits, baby. If he can just get one more root, one more auto attack, Joey sights him. Oh, no, that was the right one. What? This is a game, Covey. Man, oh man, Evil Genius is really stepping up to the plate.
And yeah, Surdy goes down to the fight, but he knew that he had numbers. So again, if he is able to push, that's a 3-for-1 EG's favor. Yes, he goes down, but who cares? EG win across the map again. Vital was only able to donate a cannon barrage to the cause. He takes a bot inner turret in response, but still EG, they're the ones with the comp that scales harder into the game, and they're the ones that are ahead at the moment.
All this time, Cubby, because all the action has been now centered around Tomio's mid-game, Surdian, Soligo's mid-game coming to life. Kaori is just quietly farming up. And so Evil Geniuses Academy just playing to their strengths once again, giving Kaori the space, the time to farm up and then become the late-game insurance policy.
Yeah, I think Surdy went in thinking it was only Pretty as the dragon and did not realize that IMT had a few bonus members. But hey, EG, they still have numbers. Vital did not decide to burn the TP to join, and then Tomio, some nice use of the Silas mechanics there. Going to the minion wave to dodge out on the route and make sure they can get in range to Heartbreaker Joey. Guesses correctly as Joey goes for the do-si-do. Tomio says, no, that's mine. Takes over the Nico. And EG continue to push forward as Tomio. These 2 Viego games, again, Tomio continuing his fantastic play from the last series against CLG. As this is the change, the upgrade that EG felt like really needed to make. It was just really find a team identity and start playing together. And it really feels like the plays they're making as a team. I know Lissandra's been a bit of a crutch pick for them.
Yeah.
Just to make sure they're able to make team plays. I think that big Frozen Tomb is a good ability for them to just, hey, we all hit this person. And Soligo is so damn good at the pick. But it's more than just, the champs they're playing. I feel like it's a team-wide effort and identity now. That's been the big improvement from EG out of the break week. Really good to see from them.
Yeah, assuming if they don't fight here after the Rift Herald charge. Oh, Vital might be looking to loop around just in case Evil Geniuses overstay their welcome. But they're taking their lead. So, when we look back at how this squad was supposed to come out, Evil Geniuses... Kaori, super strong carry, but because the rest of the individual members were not able to live up to expectations, Kaori was forced to put himself in a position where he thought he needed to make plays early. But he has been able to shine when everyone is doing well in the early and the mid game, so that he can just form up, not worry about the rest of the team. And then for Surdy, coming such a long way, he had great expectations for himself, even in Spring Split. Not necessarily being a top 5 top laner, as we saw a lot of flips in solo kills, a lot of volatility, but now it is just the past 2 weeks he has been absolutely crushing it, and we're seeing it once again as he and Tomio are launching the assault, forcing Joey to get out over the wall thanks to the Fate's Call. But if Chad is left out to dry and the rest of the Immortals members are scattered here, Cubby, then I don't know what to tell you. Evil Geniuses have completely routed off some stragglers here, and right in time before the dragon spawns, which will allow them to deny that Mountain Soul over to Immortals.
And for IMT, I mean, this was a really important fight for them. They need Mountain Soul in order to kind of keep up with the scaling of EG. Just not together at all. And for IMT, you know, spent so much time talking about EG, but on the flip side here, Rafa, this is a team that was on an 0-8 slide coming into today, but it was against the top. Wow. Oh, what a smoothie!
Flash handshake. That forces Joey's hand with the pop blossom, but there's no Fate's call this time to save his. And now Immortals Academy, they're on the back foot. It was a 2,000 gold lead for almost the entire game. Maybe Pretty finds a way to rectify it, but Pretty would have to flash over the wall to chase him down, and he decides it's not worth it. It is a 4,000 gold lead now for Evil Geniuses Academy.
Vital is dead. He has flash. Oh, boy.
Nah, because Sturdy will be able to follow him over the wall. He does it preemptively. Just, oh my goodness. Man.
He wants the Kruggos.
Teleport from Pretty. He's like, please get me out. Please get me out. This game has completely fell by the wayside. In the previous game, Immortals Academy were able to fight blow for blow. But this time around, after the mid game, Evil Geniuses Academy have completely taken momentum.
And for IMT, like, the story coming into the day, it was an 0-8 slide. But it was an 0-8 slide against the top teams that we have in the league. Literally the top 4 teams in our standings. This is one against EG. They're not a top team in our standings. They're outside of our top 6 at the moment. And for IMT to go from 11-8 to 11-18 in our academy standings, I mean, this is... And also, the form they're doing it in, Rafa, I gotta say, it has not been a pretty game from Immortals. And it feels like a lot of the issues they had in spring, a lot of it was throwing the early game leads that they had. That was part of what happened in game 1. I wouldn't say it was a throw, but more so, they did go too deep against EG, and they just weren't able to drive it home hard enough. It's one where I'm very surprised that IMT have really slid like this, as you know, they're going to try and find something against Tomio, but oh boy.
Face Blossom on into Tomio, but he is way too durable now. He can withstand the burst damage from Immortal setup here. Cannon Barrage slows him down, forces him to retreat, but Sturdy is over the wall just in case things get a little too dicey, but Immortals cannot keep up the chase. Baron is up, and they are postured around it.
You got to believe that IMT is going to have to force at some point, as
Hail Mary
they're
time.
behind outside of GP. It doesn't get better, and in the side lane, it only gets worse for GP, as Surdy going for that Demonic Embrace second, so the Shyvana is actually useful. These 2 items on Shyvana make her so incredibly strong, and really, she's scaled throughout the game as well. In the side lane, no one on IMT will be able to deal with this Shy, as Surdy with Ignite should be able to really 1v1 any member that IMT decides to throw at him. And so for IMT, I think it's about getting Surdy's TP out and trying to find picks from there. You have the Fate's Blossom if you want to try and find a combo, but we haven't seen Arrow and Joey be able to line up and connect with it as well as they were able to do in the last game.
And there is even a couple of times where the channel timing was miscalculated. It seemed like in game 1, maybe the confidence was more on their side as they busted out for the first time on stage and they caught Evil Geniuses unaware, but they landed every single one. It was never misaligned. This time, been a little bit more shaky. I still love the combo. I think this is super innovative and creative, but I think there's a lot more to talk about for the side of Evil Geniuses, how well they've been playing this game.
Ooh. IMT did sneak a ward into the back of the pit as EG. They felt confident enough to start Baron. I will say there was a game where they were against COG on red side. They did not start Baron confidently enough. Good to see them start it here as they just take it for free. No hesitation being shown by the side of EG is now Vital. He's got to burn the orange.
Oh, man. Orange, but there's still an Everfrost route. He is slowed down to all hell, and the rest of Evil Geniuses are making him pay. No way for this part to get out alive. Chad is running back to the base. Pretty looks for Smoothie's ultimate here. Has the hostile take over in case Evil Geniuses push their luck a little too much. They are waiting out the cooldowns here because there is a dragon coming up in 40 seconds, and Evil Geniuses are resetting now to get ready for a sole win point for Immortals.
Is this the cleanest game we've seen from EG all year?
Like even including Spring Split?
It's summer. I think it's the cleanest game I've seen from them in summer.
Sure.
I really feel like this EG.
To be fair, you see more tape on them than I have, but I mean,
Yeah, okay, a little bit. But you know, it has been a great summer for EG. I think this is the best game they've put together so far in terms of just start to finish strategy, clean execution of it. It really feels like they're on the same page. Everyone's having good moments with this team. And again, I mean, this was a team that we were critical of because they have so much individual talent. We just wanted to see more out of them.
Did you see Sir BM there?
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course I did. I like it. I like it. I'm a fan. But it's just good to see EG really step up, really emerge and perform to the expectations that we know this team can hit given the talent that they have. As good signs across the board for EG. And if this team keeps on performing like this is a team that has the talent to compete not only with the middle of the table, but I truly think the top of the table. Give them a run for their money as well.
When all 5 members of the Evil Geniuses squad are performing at their peak, I definitely agree with that statement. And I think we've seen in prior iterations through their come up in amateur that they have the talent, they have the means to do it. And it took a long time to figure out the coordination. And this is by far one of their best series. And you know, Cubby's saying it, their cleanest game of the summer so far. Not a single person on Evil Geniuses is slacking. Everyone is pulling their own weight, and everyone has had a shining moment in this game.
Only one I can think of is the game 2 against 100 Thieves, where they bounced back after like a 15-minute loss. That was also the Sonder game from Soligo with Callista. For Cowrie, this time is Zeri. Can't snowball it quite as hard, but they are in the safe spot of the game. Cowrie is rather fed at the moment, as Tomio will be forced to Heartbreaker out, but that's an inhibitor turret taken for EG. Should be the end of that push, and overall, not a game win in the column yet, but success for EG.
And Tomio just dancing around Immortals' base, making sure that they are focused on him rather than the members of EG pushing in and taking down inhibitor towers. Now, thankfully for Immortals, they did not lose any inhibitors, so there's no super minions barreling down both mid and bottom lane, making it incredibly oppressive for them to walk out of the base. But Evil Geniuses are now turning their sights towards the top side of the map, because they can always clip exposed inhibitors whenever they need to.
I think just keep on cruising forward for the side of EG. Again, I think comeback mechanics for IMT, if they can somehow delete Cowrie from a fight, or honestly, I think it's more important to try and delete Tomio from a fight. Just take away the ability to reset.
Yeah.
But it is a really hard ask at this point. As again, Vital will be doing big damage as this game moves forward, but Chad is, there for pillars in his ult. Arrow can stack up spears, but is a little bit behind the curve. And when you're an item down to a Zeri as Callista, that does not feel good in terms of the DPS category. So it's a very hard ask for IMT, but maybe an Arrow, Joey, Fate's Blossom onto Tomio is what we're looking for.
Tomio has his flash and a stopwatch available to buy time for it. Vital is slowly farming up. I don't know how much gold he is away from an Infinity Edge. That would be one turning point. It's 1100. I don't think... No, he does not have enough. He's sitting on a cloak at the moment.
You never know when you connect with one of those barrels, and in the words of Mad Magical, ignite the powder.
Powder!
Yeah, his, he's actually casting as a pirate right now on Path to LCS, if you want to escape this stream and go see what that's like.
He's legit casting as a pirate?
Dressed as one, yes.
Did we...
Always entertaining, Mad
Did we plan that? Or did he just show up?
He planned it.
Well, that does not surprise me. Magical...
Keeping things fresh, as always. Fresh.
Honestly, when we talk about drip game for the broadcast talent, I think everyone has leveled it up. Magical just brings a whole new sense to the drip game, man.
It's Joey. Okay. I mean, Joey fishing at that point, but has to burn flash. Tell me it was on a big flank. That's about to expire. Right? Here we go.
Soligo and Tomio on the left side. Surdy on the right side. Immortals are pulled apart. Arrow cannot call to his friend for the Pop Blossom here. He's looking for it. They got a two-man knockup with the Cowrie and Soligo. Soligo is forced to use Sonya's here. And Cowrie's still kiting out, but Surdy is on a one-man mission as this giant fire-breathing dragon just completely demolishing Immortals members one by one. And the rest of Evil Geniuses It seemed like they had no fear whatsoever going into this series, but the way they manifested, the way they calculated and constructed these leads through the early game, huge props to this team finding a massive momentum swing in Week 6.
This is the bounce back that EG were looking for, and frankly, it puts them even in the standings with IMT. Big win as we get closer to Proving Grounds top 6. EG making a late season surge.
As Surdy called it, we should be able to 4-0 this week. 2-0 halfway there. Evil Geniuses sweep Immortals Academy.
Just taking down the green teams, you know? That's the theme this week. Yeah, Live Evil. They hate green. It's confirmed. It's going up against Immortals and FlyQuest. No.
Well, I think we should stay green. I like green stuff, you know? And green is healthy. Green is good for you. Green is good vibes. But, you know, for Evil Geniuses, they ate their greens already. Half of them, at least. And they'll be prepping for FlyQuest tomorrow. Congratulations to Evil Geniuses Academy on the big dub here in this series. And honestly, I mean, we talked about it already before. Every single member from Evil Geniuses Academy, stepped up to the plate. Saligo had a great stall moment and almost outplayed it, bought so much time for the rest of Evil Geniuses to collapse. Tomio was huge on the Viego, absolutely monstrosity performances. I thought I was looking back at Evil Geniuses Prodigy's Tomio back in 2021. The confidence on this guy when he has it and when he is playing with absolutely nothing to lose and no fear, Tomio looks like one of the best junglers in the league.
It's great because Tomio's been one of the weaker junglers in the league. He's last in gold diff at 15, but God, the last 2 series have been so much better from him. Surdy also really coming into his own. I mean, we really can't sing the praises of EGA enough, as we have been waiting really to see this form from them, not only in summer, but also thinking back to spring. This was a team that they bottom forward Proving Grounds for EG, a team that is known for their developmental pipeline, has 2 of their developmental talents, winning LCS with them right now in Jojo Pion and Danny. That was a big disappointment for them. And it's not like the roster doesn't have talent. It's just that they weren't really together yet. And I really hope we get to see more looks like this, because it feels like it's a cohesive game plan, a cohesive team, and it's leading to cohesive, solid wins. We've been missing that from EGA. Really good to see them bring that out in the middle of the season, scaling at the right time for Proving Grounds. Love to see it.
Yeah, even if they cannot break into the top 4 by the time the summer split ends, if they continue this form, they're going to look absolutely fantastic come Proving Grounds. And all the amateur teams that are coming in through the Proving Grounds circuit better be careful if they have to step up against Evil Geniuses Academy. But of course, that's the end of the series. We're going to be throwing to a quick break, but before then, we've got even more words from Surdy specifically on that Shyvana pick.
The Shyvana idea came from a player called Shanji, who has a lot of interesting things that he does over there. I got the idea of playing it into the GP and into Na after watching him do it, and it seems really strong. It has a playstyle which is very similar to what Graves had when he was in meta, where you pretty much just consume everything. Although with Shyvana, you pretty much just give prio until level 6, and then at level 6, you pretty much start check anybody in the game, including Na and Mega, so...
Hello and welcome back, everybody, for our post-series interview with Evil Geniuses Academy support Smoothie. I am filling in for Sierra, as unfortunately she has a tornado warning where she is right now, so hopefully we can get her back later on in the day. But for now, I got the opportunity to chat with Smoothie. Congratulations on the victory, Smoothie.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I want to get your thoughts first off, because the big thing that kind of surprised a lot of us was the Nico support pick that Immortals was pulling out. Is that something that you were prepared for going into the series?
Can't say Nico was one of the champs I was prepared for, but that champ's a bit useless, so they have to destroy us in lane, and they couldn't do that because jungle's bounced. So so we are being fine.
All right. Well, it definitely threw the casters for a loop. It was fun to see, but obviously maybe it didn't work out the way that they wanted it to. There's also another key moment that happened. The casters mentioned it on broadcast, and it kind of parallels to what we saw last week. The decision at Baron in Game 2 everyone's on the same page. You just take the Baron real quick. You have the setup and immediately go for the objective. Last week we saw against CLG a situation that looked similar on paper, but there was a little more hesitation from Evil Geniuses Academy. So I want to ask, is that something that the team's been working on and that you're kind of focused on going forward as being more decisive in decision making?
I think last week we don't really have an excuse. I think we're just like really choking. It's pretty much the same thing that happened last week. And this time we actually hit the objective and made them come into our vision, and they just died, right? So that's exactly what should have happened, and we would have got another easy dub. But it happens, and we did learn from it for sure. Our team really steps up during stage games, and it's like really obvious. The whole atmosphere, everybody is playing really well, and yeah, it's just like incredible how like different it is compared to some of our practice.
And well, I mean, part of that could be, as the newest member to the team, I'm always interested in hearing kind of your thoughts on things. You're playing remote still, right? You're still in Canada currently.
Yeah, I'll be here for a while.
So what's that been like, that process of trying to be involved in scrims, involved in practice, while not being with the team? Has that improved at all since the beginning of the split?
I mean, I can't really do much, like I'm playing with 60 ping, that sucks, and also just not being able to hang out with the boys in the office. Like I'm really like an advocate for like camaraderie, hanging out after and just like going out to eat food and stuff. So that really sucks, and hopefully by next split we'll have that. But for now, like we're making do with what we have, and it's going pretty well. I'd say we're learning a lot.
That's all you can do, right? Make do with what you have in front of you. Speaking of, in front of you, FlyQuest Academy tomorrow as your next match. And Surdy said last week that if EGA does not 4-0 this week, it is not a good look heading into Proving Grounds. What's your thoughts on that statement?
Yeah, I mean, the career versing. No, I'm kidding. The FlyQuest Academy is actually fun. We are. It's kind of like up to us to make a lot of mistakes and lose our own games. Like, I think even last week we should have been at least 4-2, and we just fumbled 2 games that were like unlosable, but we end up throwing them somehow. So it's kind of just up to us and how we're feeling and our mental for the day. And I think everyone, like I said, steps up dramatically during stage games, and the focus and energy is so much higher. And yeah, everyone is playing to win. So hopefully we carry that for tomorrow's games and the following games after that.
Well, I mean, hey, if you can 4-0 this week, that is fantastic momentum going into the final week of Academy and the Proving Grounds after. But for the final question, Smoothie, I like to have a little bit of fun with these interviews. So you named yourself after a beverage. I'm not sure if you're aware of that or not. So now I'm going to grill you a little bit. What's the best smoothie flavor? Strawberry banana.
Oh my god.
The classic.
If I had $1 for every single time someone's asked me that on stream, on broadcast, I've had so much money. But I mean, I guess strawberry.
You'll have to share some with us after this one.
Yeah,
strawberry banana, mango pineapple, coconut, or passion fruit.
Strawberry banana. Let's go to.
Strawberry banana. All right. Going with the classic. Thank you so much, Smoothie. Best of luck going into your series tomorrow, and we're rooting for you for that 4-0.
Thank you. See you guys.
All right, and with that, we'll bring